Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyanI, that's IRYENI, and you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan and welcome to week number 94 of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Now hopefully you guys will enjoy the mods that I've picked out for this week. Thank you all for the birthday wishes yesterday. It means a lot to me that you guys would take time out of your day to wish me happy birthday, and it was a great day. I had a great time and I'm ready to just jump right back into this and cover 5 more mods for this week. Now I know last week we had a lot of bigger mods that took up a lot of space in your load order, but this week I decided to find mods that were a lot lower in storage space so that you guys could fit a lot more mods into your load order. And these 5 ones, most of them are only in kilobytes, and they're still very good mods, so let's just jump straight into it. Starting off at our number 5 spot, we have Radiant Quest Markers. Now, the mod page reads, "Tired of infinitely repeating quests? Want to make sure you don't waste your time on them by accident? This mod is for you. These quests are called Radiant Quests, and a lot of them really suck. This mod simply marks them by putting Radiant before their names in your quest log and moves them into the miscellaneous section. Now, the Radiant quests are as follows. There's, the dragons that you have to kill, go out and kill those, and then there's bandit leaders that you can go out and kill as well. I'm showing you guys a little bit of an example in my playthrough here. I don't really have that many Radiant quests active on my character at the moment, but I do have 1 or 2 that I can show you. There's the dragon that I went to go collect the bounty in Riften, and then I travel to the bar in Riften and I get another one to kill a bandit leader. Now, it's also important that this is for people with the unofficial Skyrim edition patch, the one that I'm using at least. There's a whole bunch of different versions that you can use of this mod, the Radiant Quest Marker SE, and there is whatever the edition that you have after it. Mine's called USSEP, which is the unofficial Skyrim special edition patch, but there are other ones based on whether or not you use the mod or not, and there are a whole bunch of mods on the Nexus that are labeled that. Now, the goal of this mod is to single out the quests that are unimportant time wasters instead of every single Radiant quest by Bethesda's definition, because some Radiant quests are actually important and do eventually end. The ones that are fully marked with Radiant are the ones that kind of waste your time and they just keep repeating over and over and there's no completing them. This mod is very compatible with other quest mods as well, and it just seems to me that if you've been playing Skyrim for as long as I have, you know about these Radiant quests, and it's kind of hard to depict which ones are which, but now this one marks each of the unimportant ones with Radiant, and so you can either go out and complete it whenever you have, spare time, or you're waiting for another quest to complete, or, just whenever you get around to it. Or if you want to seek out Radiant quests in order to grind some XP and grind some gold, then this is for you as well. So that's why it comes in at our number 5 spot. So I'd recommend downloading the Radiant Quest Marker SE. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have the Slow and Freeze Time spells. Now, this mod allows you to dodge and catch arrows, you can launch a flurry of strikes before an enemy can even react, you can block incoming blows with increased reaction time, and weave between enemies in frozen time. Slow and Freeze Time spells are based on the vanilla Slow Time Shout, but cost magicka and train alteration skills. You can buy them from Cronus, which is a custom spell vendor in Markarth, which is what I'm showing you right now, and he can be found basking in the afternoon sun by the market or spending his evenings at the Silverblood Inn. It's very compatible with other spell mods, and just looking at it, me going to Robber's Gorge and taking care of everyone there, you can make for some pretty badass scenes here. Like, shooting the freeze time spell and then launching arrows at people is really satisfying, actually. I found that very satisfying, and even with using swords and everything too, getting final blows while in the slow motion is really cool as well. And as a big fan of someone who enjoys, big action sequences of, taking care of a lot of enemies at once and, messing around with how fast the timing is. There's a spell in this that actually slows it by 35%, and there's a more powerful one that goes up to 45% and then up to 60%, I believe. And then there is a complete freeze time spell. So you have a lot of different options on how fast you want to actually make your game whenever you use the spell, and that's what I really like about it. So that's why it comes in at a number 4 spot, so I'd recommend downloading the Slow and Freeze Time spells. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have a mod that I find absolutely crazy. It's called Master of Eagles, and it provides you with summonable mounts. There are 3 new summonable eagles that you can buy from Farengar, Secret Fire, and Dragon's Reach in Whiterun, or other spell vendors found around Skyrim. With the books, you have the spells, and then you can summon the eagle. Once you cast the spell, the eagle will appear above you, and you just get on it, and you can ride it. Now, I did notice that on some of the eagles, such as Eagle A, the camera kind of glitches out as you're trying to fly, but on Eagle B, whenever you cast it, there's almost no camera glitching out at all, and you can see your character riding the eagle perfectly, and the eagle even shouts and makes a whole bunch of noise, and you can just fly a giant eagle around Skyrim. Now, as much as a realism factor, obviously it doesn't really make much sense in Skyrim to have giant eagles all over the place and being able to fly them as well, but I found the mod really fun to use, and you can fly around really fast as well, and you don't have to do anything whenever it comes to being able to ride dragons, because I know you can do that in the game, but you actually don't have to do any work at all. So if you want to just start riding eagles from, day one, maybe you're starting a new character who is a master of the eagles, then you can just start a new character and go straight to Farengar, purchase the spell, and cast it right away. And there you go. It's a whole new way of playing the game. Traveling around on a eagle instead of fast traveling would be a very interesting way to play the game, and I just thought it was a very interesting mod to add in this list. So that's why it comes in at a number 3 spot, so I'd recommend downloading the Master of Eagles mod. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have Unique Loot Lite. Now, the mod page reads that the primary goal of Unique Loot is to grant a wider variety of items found inside containers. What is a container? Well, these are barrels, sacks, urns, dressers, drawers, end tables, coffins, or static corpses that you can find throughout Skyrim. The secondary goal of Unique Loot is to offer availability to hearthfire items at smiths and merchants, and immersive looting from other NPCs. When it comes to crafting items, you can now find crafting materials, alchemy materials, and hearthfire supplies throughout many of the containers in Skyrim, including some junk pieces that you can turn into crafting supplies at the appropriate workstations. This also includes Solstheim and Dragonborn support, so you might just find these items in Skyrim as well. When it comes to food supplies, salt is plentiful and can be purchased at inns, along with eggs of all different varieties. Food supply barrels have also been reduced to increase the variety of barrels you can find throughout Skyrim. There's also a new item variety, which means that urns are now divided by their size and contents. Smaller urns will most likely have smaller treasures and fernery items such as mountain flyers and other burial ingredients, while the larger urns will actually have treasure in them. End tables and dressers will have the chance to spawn magical scrolls and books, and coffins have more interesting things with them in now as well. Moving on to static corpses such as the Draugr and the spider corpses, they now have the chance for something more as well. Draugr and skeletons might drop a skull or more bone meal than usual, or maybe even a small piece of jewelry or a potion. When it comes to NPC variety, Unique Loot does more to modify the items that can be found on certain NPCs throughout Skyrim. Bandits, Forsworn, Hunters, and Falmer receive these changes. Hunters have a little bit more gold, but the chance to have more animal type ingredients for cooking and alchemy. Bandits and Forsworn might also possess certain animal type parts such as boar and hawk items, as well as a variety of food and alcoholic drinks. And last but not least, the merchants and smiths of Skyrim now sell wood and other specific hearthfire items, along with religious amulets. So as you can see, it changes a whole bunch of aspects on what type of loot you're going to be getting whenever you go exploring in Skyrim, and I think that it's a lot better than the vanilla version, and that's definitely why it comes in at our number 2 spot, so I'd recommend downloading the Unique Loot mod. Coming in at our number 1 spot, we have the Wizard's Well. Now, this is a small house made only with vanilla assets in mixed Dwemer and Redoran style. Wizard's Well is located in 3 different locations. There's Riften, Winterhold, and Markarth, and you can look for the map marker when you start the game. I'm going to show you guys where all the map markers are. And there's 3 different wells on the map that lead to the same house, and I think this is really cool because Riften, Winterhold, and Markarth are all very far away from each other, so you can cover all the ground in Skyrim if you're not really looking to fast travel that much throughout a playthrough. And you have many different access points to your house. The house features an unusual design, all crafting stations, common containers and bookshelves, Solstheim music in the interiors, and many great decorations. So I've got to start off by saying this is probably the most unique looking house I've ever seen in Skyrim, and I really like how everything fits together and how you have a whole bunch of different access points throughout the map. That definitely makes the mod way more useful. And the house itself looks beautiful, and it's very unique. They were definitely very right about that. The unique design definitely ties it all together, and that's definitely why it comes in at our number 1 spot, so I'd recommend downloading the Wizard's Well mod. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I would appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods that you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions through there as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.